There's no entertainment value in helping people.
Promise him 2 beers, no more than 2. My pronouns are His Holiness and Her Majesty.
I envy you and your ignorance.
And welcome back to All Over the Place. If you're still listening to this show after last episode,
Redo the intro. You're going to need to give it like a split second before you jump into it so I can cut it.
I thought I did.
No, it was like, boom, boom, welcome back to the show.
Oh, I thought I did.
No.
Okay, well, fuck it then.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go now?
Yeah.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back to All Over the Place with Corey and Sean. If you're sticking around still listening to this after the last episode, we thank you very much.
And we apologize.
And we apologize. Probably not our finest hour or half hour, as it were.
That was all right.
You know what? It probably started off all right, but then the fucker just imploded on itself.
We don't. Yeah, I was gonna say we don't crush under pressure.
Yeah, we don't.
Unlike the sub.
Yeah. Today, I think we're going to do a new game that we thought of. It's actually Casey's idea, so
it's not going to be accurate.
Yeah, so it's not going to be factually accurate, but it might very well be entertaining if he's able to pull it off right. What it is he's going to give us a story, and we're all going to converse and discuss and decide whether this story is worthy of being a winner in the unlucky lottery, or is it just a story where it sucks to be the person involved?
So we're going to discuss it and decide. I picture us like Family Feud. We're all standing away from the mic.
Show me potato salad.
Not really. I mean, we're not going to. Yeah, we'll do that.
But
no, we'll if it's bad enough to make the unlucky lottery, then we can all agree, but we have to all agree. And if it isn't bad enough, or there's circumstances that lead up to it that just it sucks to be that fucking person, then that's what it is.
It's an unlucky lottery, like when you're filling out the ticket and you accidentally mark the wrong one, but it wins.
No. To clarify, the unlucky lottery is everybody knows how difficult it is to win the lottery. Well, this is kind of in that vein, only it's just shit that never happens, but it happened to you or them, these people, right?
It's stuff that happens that you have the same chances of winning the lottery as you do this shit ever happening to you.
I could dictate an audio book about that. I'm not writing a damn book, but that's my life.
We didn't have the attention span to get through a half an hour podcast episode last week, and you're going to dictate a book. No.
Coffee table book?
No.
Coloring book?
One with lots of pictures? Yeah, I'd see coloring book. Okay, give us your first person and tell us exactly what happened to them, and we will decide whether or not they are unlucky lottery winners or it just sucks to fucking be them.
Okay. A man in 1871 survived the burning and sinking of a ship only to suffer PTSD from this incident. 41 years later, he died after he finally overcame his fears and decided to take another boat trip on the Titanic.
Wasn't there somebody that was on both the Titanic and the Britannic?
Shut up!
That's next.
That's an encyclopedia.
That's coming up, stupid.
Oh, my bad.
You didn't say spoiler alert, cocksucker.
I was guessing. We were supposed to guess on whether
Actually, there
it's
was two people that died there that survived.
They didn't die on both.
No, they survived 3 of them actually.
Yeah, but they weren't as cool as Kathy Bates, so they didn't get the unsinkable moniker.
Yeah, and what did she do? She got shut up when she said, "Let's go back."
Yeah. The crewman said, "Sit your ass down," and you know what she did? She sat her ass down like a good lady of that time period.
Exactly.
And she showed her boobies in that movie, which
about Schmidt.
I know I'm about to see Kathy Bates' boobies, but I don't care because it's boobies. But
it's like Whoopi Goldberg.
I intentionally didn't watch that.
Now
movie
I want to
because of
see
that.
it.
No, about Schmidt. All they do is they float in a hot tub. That's about it.
I still don't.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
Yeah,
it's a split
I don't get
second,
an erection when I look at buoys in a lake either. So
lucky you.
Okay, so
but
this guy, he was on a shipwreck. You said?
Yes, he had,
and he overcame it. It took him a long time, and he overcame his fear and PTSD to end up aboard the fucking Titanic, and we all know how that happened.
Yeah.
Or what happened there, and then what happened again there, same location, 111 years later.
Yes. So, would you consider that?
Unlucky lottery, or does it just suck to be him? Because honestly,
it's kind of in the middle.
Because he wasn't responsible for either.
I want to say that back then boats sank pretty much all the time.
Well, I mean, not
they didn't have the safety regs that we do now, but I mean they fuck up even now.
Yeah.
Again, it's not the passenger
International
fault.
waters.
Yeah, international waters with no safety regs.
Doesn't need to be certified.
Where did my family go? Don't ask questions. Just get off the boat. Your ride's over.
Yeah, we got your money. Fuck off.
But
yeah, I think it just sucks to be that guy because it's not that
Well, yeah,
uncommon
but
for
it-
boats to sink. Back
yeah,
then.
but the difference was Titanic was a statistical outlier, considering the fact it was considered unsinkable.
But you know what? Though they never actually said that in his day. That just happened later. They
Well,
just
but
added
it
it was poorly
also-
constructed.
Well, no. Well, the only thing that was poorly
It was made of
constructed
iron. It would sink.
was the rudder, because the rudder was too
Well, no,
small.
the-
It couldn't
the-
It
make
wasn't a witch,
the,
at least.
The bulkheads that would have saved it are supposed to go all the way up the hull.
And they
but
only
they're
went
like,
like halfway
we can
up.
make more passenger room if we lower those to only halfway.
They did, yeah.
And
But-
then water
but-
ruptured all of those.
Yeah,
They
but
were also,
it wouldn't have even hit it anyway. It wouldn't have been a problem if the guys
If they'd have went in the summer.
well, no, in the guys in the crow's nest, if they had been given binoculars,
They had binoculars. Yeah, the guy with the key to the locker that had the binoculars, he was off that ship somewhere, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I saw like a reenactment simulation thing about that. Actually, I just watched this like a week or two ago, and I'm gonna misquote it. Be ready.
totally.
Be ready. I'm
Accurate
gonna misquote
statistical
this. I don't
information.
even remember what I watched.
Inaccuracy.
But
Fact.
It was just The Simpsons.
They were showing like where it was like a moonless night or whatever.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They basically looked for them from the silhouette above the water.
Yeah.
The water's calm.
And there was no waves.
If they had been on the bow, they would have been able to see the silhouette. But since they were up above,
But they
looking
also
down on it.
Yeah.
They didn't see it until too late.
That, and they also
would have
said
seen
this
it
one-
miles away.
Well,
the
but-
iceberg overturned, and it was like dark. Like it wasn't like a white
and
iceberg.
well, it was
also-
nighttime. None
Yeah.
of them were white.
Also,
Well, but no, if it's an actual, if you're seeing the top of the iceberg, it is white. But this one had overturned, where the water had been there, and it was like more clear, like translucent.
Well, also, little known fact is the guy steering the ship was given false information. And well, I don't know if he's given false information, but he actually steered into the iceberg.
Well,
And the captain had been given iceberg warnings for days, and he still was like, full speed!
Yeah, he disregarded all of that.
the way they steer the ship, the back and the front, so they steer
Well,
towards
the rudder,
it to
yeah.
steer away from
Well,
it,
yeah.
so that they could move the back end away. It just didn't.
But the
work
rudder
that way.
was, again, he said
the
it was
thing
too
that I
small.
watched, like many people would have died if they'd have just said, "Okay, we'll hit it head on," but it wouldn't.
Actually,
it wouldn't have ripped enough
Yeah,
up for the whole thing to
they
sink.
said it would have been safer to just hit it head on because
Well, not as many people would have died,
Yeah.
but somebody making that decision is like, well, a bunch of people are going to die, or we could try to miss it.
Well, but they also said if it had hit it head on, that it would have been a slower. The water would come in slower because those bulkheads would have worked. It wouldn't have gotten as far back and pulled that much of the ship down.
Yeah.
So it's like hypothetically, if they'd have just hit it head on, it would have
Yeah.
killed.
People would have died from the impact, but just like flying across the room, and
Yeah.
going through a
Yeah.
Plus, if they'd hit it head on, maybe the door would have fallen off the ship intact, and Rose wouldn't have been such a fucking selfish bitch and let Jack on there.
Yeah, they wouldn't even had to get on the door.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be talking about it right now about a boat that almost sank 120 years ago.
And a sub that imploded looking for it.
So they
okay.
never found it.
Yeah, they didn't make it. So basically, this guy who overcame his PTSD of a shipwreck, dying on the Titanic. As much as I want to say unlucky lottery, I'm still going to say it's like that.
He
just-
bought the ticket to get
He-
on
he
the
did.
ship.
He did.
He
The
The
didn't
moral
have
of
to.
the story is trust your gut, even if it's PTSD.
That's it. In buying the ticket and getting on the fucking boat, he became a willing participant. So I'm going to say sucks to be him. It's like I don't think that was unlucky lottery.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Yeah, I'd concur. because it's still because I mean ships do sink. It happens. Okay, but
That's why I don't think it's unlucky lottery, because it's not like he was a part of something that just never fucking happened.
Also, didn't it sink after the Lusitania?
I don't know.
No.
Basically, it's like the Titanic sank like before World War II when
The
the,
Lusitania
Well, yeah,
was
it's
sunk by
19
U-boats, though, wasn't it?
The Titanic
The
was
Titanic
19
Oh, no,
sank
the-
before World War One, didn't
well,
it?
that's
Yeah.
that's
So
I knew
the
it was one of them.
Titanic
World
was-
War One, yeah, yeah.
Titanic was 1912. I believe Lusitania was 1913. When was World War One? That was 1913, wasn't it?
That's
Yeah.
12 or 13. and
Yeah,
then
I think
the Titanic
Lusitania
died
was
in
13.
11.
totally
But also-
factual information.
But again, the Titanic
100%.
hit an iceberg. The fucking Lusitania was sunk by German U-boats.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying
Same thing.
is that
Kind of more intense.
if what I'm saying
You
is
know,
Something white and dangerous killed them both.
Hold on, yeah. But what I'm saying is, as we have established, intent is everything. If you know what their intentions were. Yep.
what I'm saying is that if you got on a ship though when random ships are being sunk by German U-boats, the fact that you got sunk by a iceberg means that you still had that chance of getting sunk.
Well, yeah.
You just got like the retarded version.
Well, the whole thing. Honestly, I agree. They're
I
completely.
want
the
to say
same
that
thing.
happened before the war, though.
What?
The Titanic.
It did. I believe it did, because it was 1912.
oh my god!
Well,
you can
I
tell
thought that was
we're
what
all
he was
Middle
saying.
Aged.
Was you're assuming that
Get
risk?
really into World War.
Wait.
Is that not what you were saying?
What?
Well, yeah,
No,
but I also couldn't remember which
but
one
he-
got sunk first.
Yeah, he was. But he honestly, they're the same. You know, I'm with you on the. Titanic sunk. They knew the fucking icebergs were going to be there. They still went there, and Lusitania got sunk by U-boats, and they knew they were around.
What would be worse, being on one of those sinking boats or being on one of those cruise ships that crapped out and lost all power and had no water or food?
Oh, and
people
you had
shitting
to
in hallways
shit,
and
yeah,
stuff,
shit,
and
you
living
like
in that.
throwing your
for a
Ziploc
month.
bags full of shit in the hallway. You got to like dodge them. I don't know.
I'd rather take that polar plunge. I hear it's very invigorating.
Oh fuck! I'd cannonball right over the fucking bow.
Your testosterone just going through the roof.
Like I would even yell cannonball as I'm jumping off the ship, if it meant I don't have to fucking step over somebody else's shit.
And he cannonballs into the door and breaks it.
Why would I do that? That's terrible.
Because fuck Jack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck Jack.
You
Okay.
wouldn't. You wouldn't fuck him.
So
I'm sorry, we were
moving
doing
on.
something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
move on.
Okay, so
move
moving
on.
on. That guy, it sucks to be him. He's not a winner in the
Okay.
unlucky lottery.
well, okay. Next, we have a Brazilian man died
Oh, wait,
That's a lot of guys.
one night while sleeping alongside his wife when a cow fell through their corrugated roof and landed on top of him.
The fuck was a cow doing on a roof?
it's Brazil. That's what.
That's true.
Okay, you know what? Based on the death, I would almost go with unlucky lottery, but I mean,
You're in Brazil.
It's Brazil, so it's like, well,
I'm gonna go with unlucky lottery because
People don't get crushed by cows.
it's
very
well,
often.
A,
that
it's
fell
that,
through their
but B,
fucking ceiling.
well, A, it's a cow fell through their ceiling and killed them. B, you're unlucky to be born in Brazil. So
Unlucky lottery.
I
all
hear
around.
Brazil's quite nice.
So what's
They're very sexually liberated in Brazil.
the story?
they'll liberate you of more than your
They
sex
have their
there
own wax
too.
job.
I mean,
What they believe happened, the cow was believed to have escaped from a nearby farm, climbed a hill, and then climbed out onto their roof, which stands next to the
What
steep
a
side
dumbass.
of a hill.
You know, I'm gonna go with unlucky lottery because I mean, you just have to lay there, or you're laying there when the cow falls through your fucking roof.
Well,
And
I-
he died of internal bleeding while waiting for the
Yeah,
doctor.
because he got crushed by a cow.
yeah, I would go with unlucky lottery too. Because
Uh,
who's
uh,
going to think a cow's going to wander onto your roof
Look,
in the
like-
first place?
I think a key part of the unlucky lottery is somebody's gonna be like, well, nobody will ever fucking believe this.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
the Titanic.
if
thing,
it was your cow and it frequently got on the roof, that would be one thing.
was the
But if
owner of the
it's-
cow liable when the wife sued him
I don't know.
for damages,
I don't know.
or did she marry him?
Probably.
In Brazil, do you have to marry
It's Brazil.
the
They're
owner of
crazy.
the cow that crushes your husband?
Look,
I think that's biblical law.
Oh,
Brazil's just really good at nuts and fucking,
Nuts and fucking.
wax and
Yeah.
taints.
yes.
God bless him.
Waxing everything.
So,
Okay, so
next.
yeah, that one unlucky lottery, absolutely.
Okay, so next, we have 3 people died inside a flight simulator in a flight safety building at Wichita's Mid-Continent Airport, Kansas.
Please tell me a plane crashed onto them.
When a real plane crashed into them. You are correct, sir.
I bet they weren't watching out for that one.
Nope. It's like, God damn, this software is realistic.
I can even smell the smoke.
It's like in Bachelor Party when the woman's watching the 3D
And
movie.
the school bus comes through the building.
And,
yes.
then it
Oh, yeah.
punches her.
Yeah.
She's like, oh wow,
Whoa.
that's the most realistic.
You know, with all of that shit, like, I would absolutely have to say that is unlucky lottery because,
Oh, yeah.
like, how many times are all those fucking pieces going to come into play?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I,
wonder
don't know.
if these guys understand what irony is. Let's show them.
just
Shit.
I just
Like,
think
that is
of,
the very definition.
that's what's crazy is I think of,
We know where those pilots weren't trained.
Were they listening to Alanis Morissette at the time?
isn't it ironic? Even though there's no irony in that song.
That's the title of the song.
Yes, I know,
Isn't
but
that
there's
ironic?
but there's absolutely no no scenarios of irony in that entire song.
Is that not in itself ironic?
Yes.
So shut the
point
fuck
of
up.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah, but she's saying it's not ironic, but it is not in fact ironic. Okay.
But the fact that she is
She didn't say it
is-
was. She just said, don't
10,000
you think?
spoons when all you need is a knife. It's not ironic. It just sucks.
That's just.
Why do you
yeah.
have 10,000 spoons? You purchased these.
Who the fuck
Exactly.
has 10,000 spoons?
It's like you need therapy if you're buying 10,000 spoons.
It's like, well, I'm a spoon hoarder. God damn, I'd really like a knife right now.
I know, but see, and like,
Yeah. Okay, so that one.
Did that happen after Jagged Little Pill was released? Because maybe God said, let's find out if they need a lesson in what irony is.
Yeah, I mean, oh, wow.
Maybe they really liked that song.
yeah, I don't see a year on it. So
Well, isn't that like rain on your wedding day?
it's like an old man was afraid to fly.
Yeah,
Packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye.
kissed his ass goodbye. We hit a flight simulator.
An old man that was
What?
An old man that was afraid of boats.
Got on a submarine. Okay, yeah. So that one absolutely unlucky lottery because so many fucking pieces of it have to be perfect for that one to happen like it did. So yeah, totally unlucky lottery on that one.
Okay, so next we have man in Arizona shot a 26-foot tall saguaro cactus, and a 500-pound arm of the cactus fell on him and crushed him to death.
You know,
That's not even a sucks to be you. That's a what did you expect? Is he
Like-
standing under the cactus, shoots it, it falls off. It's like
That should go into the fuck around and find out category.
Yeah.
I would.
Maybe,
I'm almost that, but
maybe, but that's more of a.
where it's one or the other. Obviously, it sucks
Maybe-
to be him because he's the one who fucking did it.
Well, plus you're not expecting.
Have you
like,
ever picked a fight that you realized later that you shouldn't have?
Sure,
Starting-
but if you're shooting,
starting this podcast.
Like I see that giant cactus, I'm going to shoot it.
well, but
While standing under
But
it.
a 26-foot tall cactus, like, I don't know if anybody, don't have a ton of shooters, but when you shoot a tree, like, it's not making a tree fall down unless you're using, like, a minigun. But, so I'm sure he was just expecting, I'm going to shoot the arm here, whatever. And then
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
do it like they do on the TV.
yeah. And then, pow, crush. There you go.
Yeah, that's definitely a sucks to be you because he's the one who fucking did it. He should have done the prep work mentally.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Well, it's kind of more of a,
I'm not pretending it's
I
not
would
funny.
also put it also more in the category of a Darwin Award.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be a special kind of fucking stupid to not see how that one's going to play out.
Gretchen Thornberry gets her revenge.
Sure.
Yeah.
But in the same somewhat vein of that, the guy, he doesn't die, but man in Seattle, he finds a parked RV and he decides to try to siphon gas from it. Well, so the police find him the next day unconscious with vomit all over his person. And they see that the siphon hose that he was using to try and siphon gas from it was stuck in the RV's septic tank.
That doesn't suck to be him. That's,
To me,
you're fucking stupid.
Well, that's what it's like. Yeah, it absolutely sucks to be him because it's like you have to live your day-to-day fucking life being that much of a goddamn moron.
But I have one. I don't know if it's on your list or not, but it's semi-related. The septic tank one, the Dave Matthews Band incident. You're familiar with?
No.
They're driving in Chicago.
You don't know that?
The tour bus is driving over a gated.
I know Dave
graded
Matthews
bridge.
Band is very similar to a septic tank.
Well,
I don't know what this story
No,
is.
this is actually
this
talking
is
about their septic tank.
Their tour bus is driving over a graded bridge, and the driver decides, I know, I'll save some time. I'll jettison our sewage as we're driving over the bridge.
Yeah.
There happened to be an overtop ferry with hundreds of people driving under that bridge at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
It
Yeah.
sucks to be those unlucky lottery winners on that boat.
That's it. That's both because
But
it
I'm
really does.
But I'm sure there's probably a few people who were like, "Oh, it's so cool! I got showered."
Look,
by
I
Dave-
got shit on
Dave
by
Matthews
Dave
in-
Matthews Band.
It's one of those things
Loads.
where it's like in retrospect, you're like, oh, I've got a funny story I can tell, my friends and family now.
No.
But in the moment, it's like,
I can't ever
Like,
think
I
of
am
it
covered in human fucking waste.
unless
Wait, did you say it was Dave Matthews Band?
exactly.
unless it was say
If it wasn't the Dave Matthews Band, it would just be like a thing, but it'd be like, yo, dude, speaking of Dave Matthews, and
the only way I would ever tell my friends and family that story is if it was like say Scarlett Johansson, maybe, but no. Dave
I gotta be
Matthews.
honest with you. I would keep any shit story, whether it's a celebrity
Hey,
or not.
If Scarlett Johansson can fill an entire tour bus worth of shit,
I wasn't talking about a tour bus.
I would be impressed about that, but I wouldn't. I would
just-
find her as impressive anymore.
I would find her doubly impressive.
Yes.
If she eats that much and still fucking maintains that figure, well done.
well, of course you can maintain, and it's all that food that's going is
It's just
going
being
completely
shit right
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a goose.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's like a big silly goose.
The fucking the drinking from the septic tank. That's absolutely it sucks to be him. Fuck him. He.
Well, yeah,
You won't.
That's
you won't
what
fuck him.
you
Well,
get for stealing.
To
Yeah.
add to that story, the police and the owner of the RV decided not to charge him because they felt he'd been punished enough.
I could see that, but
You're like, he didn't
I
steal my gas, and now I don't have to empty my septic tank.
before I loaded him,
He
into,
drank it all.
Before I loaded him into the ambulance and or cruiser, though, while he's laying there miserable, I'd just go ahead and piss on him for good measure. It's like, you like this?
He's
You
had
like
enough
this?
of
As a
that
former
already.
cop, I'd be like, that guy's breath smells like shit. I'm not getting him. I'm not putting him in our fucking car.
It's like, you know what? Get out of here.
Like he's walking home, and he's got to explain that to whoever is there when he gets there.
Okay.
Like I stuck a hose in the septic tank and put the other side of the hose in my mouth. Why?
A shitty day.
That sounds like a shitty camping trip.
yes.
Okay, next. Yeah, fuck him. He's yeah, that's
That's
definitely
a
sucks
Darwin
to be
Award.
you.
Yeah, sucks to be you kind of a thing. So next we have after a plane crash landed in San Francisco, a 16-year-old girl survived and upon exiting the plane was run over by the rescue trucks and killed.
Gee, that's how old was the girl? Or
16.
16. Okay.
That's tragic, but I don't know if I.
That's it.
That's still a
Categorize
more.
it another
That's a sucks to
way.
be you. I mean,
Like, that's it. That
Didn't that happen in the Naked Gun?
I think it did.
Did it or airplane?
Like they're stealing gags now.
It might have been
Yeah.
Airplane, but it was one of those movies.
Well, that's it's like with this one, yes, it's tragic, obviously, but I just don't think it's lottery worthy because, and it's honestly it's nothing she did, but it's like those emergency vehicles are gonna be there, and accidents happen from time to time, and no matter how fucking dumb they sound to us, it's like, well, they happen. It's like, I'm gonna, that one. I would say sucks to be you more so, like because that was not so many factors had to. Like, the stars didn't have to align for that to happen. She just had to have fucking, poor eyesight or depth perception.
It's not.
Or the drivers have that.
Yeah. Somebody just had to have bad eyesight.
It's frowned upon to say stuff like this, but I have met many
Women?
fire rescue and EMT people that are 1,000% inept.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, they're our heroes. They're saving lives. Well, yeah, that's their job, and most of them ain't very good at it.
Yeah, pretty.
Well, that's most places anywhere or anymore. It's like, oh, they only keep the dumbasses around. It's like, what happened to the people who were capable?
Well, there was a.
Well, we got to fill
Well,
quotas.
the people that are capable realize, wait, I'm doing all this work for $10 an hour when they're charging $4,000 to every person that we go pick up.
yeah.
Something's not right here.
Well, and as per our
I bet the
bylaws-
owner of that ambulance company is taking subs to the Titanic.
Well, that's it. As per our bylaws, we have to have at least 4 people with severe autism employed here at all times. So, yeah, sorry, capable person, we're gonna have to let you go.
There was a.
Like we got
That's how I
3
got my
black
job.
kids with Down syndrome in the back waiting on your job. So,
I had a friend who was a paramedic was talking about they had an EMT and he had some like 10, 15 years experience, and the paramedic and this EMT were on or were in an ambulance together, and they get a call about a car accident, and they go, and the EMT goes over and finds somebody laying out on the road and starts giving mouth-to-mouth CPR, like rescue breathing. When the paramedic approached the situation, they saw that the person who was laying out on the road was missing half of their head from the top up, and this guy was still trying to give rescue breaths.
were his
Well,
lungs intact?
actually, they or the official policy of many correctional facilities is this person did not die on the premises.
Oh yeah, they always
You did like Disney.
they always call it off.
There's been some of the places where, like,
Like
Well,
Disney, yeah.
one of the places I worked, one of the inmates in the special housing unit, he had murdered his cellmate, and
That's one of
he'd
those.
rigged him up with a string so that he could like wave during counts, so he would get 2 trays brought in.
So he killed a person and then gave everybody a puppet show.
Yeah, for
That's
free
just-
food. I mean,
that's
who
just-
would do
That's
that?
awesome.
But
just
yeah, they were
ingenuity.
actually like
He weekended Bernied
The guy,
his fucking
he did.
cellmate.
The guy'd been dead for 4 or 5 days, but when they were wheeling him out to meet the ambulance, some poor CO had to give him CPR the entire time they were leaving because they would not pronounce him dead on
Oh
the
yeah,
premises.
oh yeah, they wouldn't.
You know what though? That guy should have been given early release for pure creativity.
He was dead.
I want,
No, the other guy, the one who made him the puppet.
No,
show.
just keep giving him 2 trays of food. Be like, you know what, you earned these.
Like, you earned it.
but then,
Like motherfucker.
did he tie the one guy's foot, like his shoes, like together?
Yeah, tie their shoelaces
And then like he's like, we're going to the shower together.
Like this whole. Like
I
Bernie
do not
over here is
think so.
okay.
He found him some sunglasses.
Yeah,
He's just sitting here.
there are many stories like that. Of, like, you didn't die here.
Oh yeah, they won't do that because they don't.
I
They
don't care
want
if you
that.
don't have a head anymore. I'm going to do breathing down your throat hole.
That's when the sock puppet comes up. Yes, officer, I would like my meal.
Where's he putting his hand at?
You don't want to know. He hollowed out from the butthole up. Why did he go that far down?
For fun.
Ask him.
For funsies.
I got a lot of spare time in here,
That's
okay?
his personal preference, not ours. It's his journey. Oh, I think we got time for one more, maybe 2.
All right.
Let's have it.
In 1989, a convicted murderer who avoided the electric chair died of electrocution on his toilet when he bit into the wire of his earphones while trying to connect it to his TV.
That's pretty goddamn funny.
He was on the toilet wiring up a TV that he had in his
Cell?
bathroom
I'm
in
assuming
1989.
In his cell. Like in his
Yeah.
cell. He was on his fucking
Michael
toilet.
Anderson Godwin was convicted of murder, sentenced to Central South Carolina.
Oh, okay. I missed the part to where he was incarcerated. I was like, that makes sense.
He
to-
avoided the electric chair by electrocuting himself.
It was he was on death row, but it was overturned on appeal. 6 years later, he was sitting on his toilet, apparently trying to connect his earphones to his television set when he bit into the wire and was electrocuted.
And electrocuted himself.
Well, I'll tell you this. His last name's Godwin because when he failed to get the chair, God was like, you know what? I ain't losing this. Give me a second. I'll figure something out.
Wait till that fucker's on the toilet again. You just watch. See, that one, I don't know. What would that be lottery or sucks to be you? Because,
I don't know why you would chew through it unless he was
That's
like
it.
really bearing down to get that turd out.
I was 1989. Maybe it would.
Well, 89. We're
Rabbit.
talking about the thick spiral cords. You remember that? Like the thicker version.
Yeah, but still, why would you bite into it when you're?
And did they hook
Was
into
some-
TVs, or was that
I'm
like
sure
a
it
prison
probably had an
thing,
audio
perhaps?
plug.
Did he have
It was
a?
probably one of those little compact.
The big
ones they used to
console
sell.
TVs didn't, but I'd say the little ones
Little
that they would
compact
have
ones they
did.
have in a jail. Yeah.
Did he have like a roommate? Was there a reason that he would be biting a cord?
Maybe he
was trying to
he was
pinch one
straining.
He was pooping.
Yeah, he had a fucking shit log wedged in there, and he needed to get it out.
He had a log jam.
Yeah. So he instead of fucking finding a piece of leather like a normal person would do to bite down, well, here's my cord. Bit through it. Okay.
So I would say that's a sex.
I would go with sucks to be you because everything about that is his own doing.
That sounds like fucking. Damn, what's that movie called?
Does it have an Alanis Morissette song in it?
It does not. With the,
Free Willy.
What's it about?
You ought to know.
where you cheat death, but
A
death gets
Goofy
pissed
movie?
and comes back after you.
Final
anyway.
Destination.
Final
Yeah,
Destination.
yeah, it was one of those.
Honestly, yeah, it does sound a lot like one of those scenarios. It's like they walk into his fucking prison cell and there he is with a cord in his mouth sitting on the toilet and a fucking, giant log in his fucking toilet.
Shit.
Shit.
That's one way to get it out, though.
So I got one. This last
Death
one I
did
want.
not like to be cheated. Like, fuck you, old peels.
But I got the last one I want to end.
Okay, last one.
So this is actually would be more of an unlucky lotteries or sucks to be them. A woman in Thailand accidentally slipped in mud, grabbed a live electrical wire, and was electrocuted to death. Bad enough. The same exact day, her sister was showing her neighbors exactly how it happened, slipped in the mud, grabbed the same live wire, and was electrocuted to death.
That's just funny.
I agree. That's it. I mean, how can you even, like...
I mean, I don't think that, again, it's the same thing like the boats where it's like, my sister just got electrocuted here. I'm going to go stand in the same spot where the same live wire is still at.
I'm going to slip and grab the same live wire.
You ever seen Mom and Dad Save the World?
Yeah.
Where it's like, a light grenade. Well, who would pick that up? Pick me up. And then the whole line of people's like, ooh.
Oh, yeah, I like the one better when John Lovitz is like, do you like the goatee or the mutton chops better? And the one goes, mutton chops. No, I think I like the goatee. Shoot yourself in the head. And then the other one walks up and is like, what do you like better? Mutton chops.
Oh, I go.
He shoots him in the head. And he's like, I think I do like the mutton chops better. That's an underrated movie.
That's a very underrated movie.
Yeah, it's just too bad that the dad, what happened to him?
Is a pedophile.
Jeffrey Jones. Yeah. He had a few oopsies.
He's on a list.
Well, he's in Hollywood, so
Well,
assume.
yeah.
Probably not anymore.
Well, he needs to learn to delete his browser history.
Incognito mode.
Yeah. Like, sorry, buddy, you're not Jared from Subway.
Gosh, I'm such a piece of shit.
Yes. But such a heroic story of how he lost all that weight.
No, it's like
For
it
the
went,
kid, he did it for the kids.
It went
He did it for kids because he thought he'd make him more attractive to
Kids
them.
don't like fat guys.
want to bulk up for birthday season. And I never understood how he was so, how he was so inspirational, because he's just like, he was really fat, and then now he's just kind of fat. And so, like, how did he get famous?
Like, he's still a doughy slob. What the hell?
Exactly. But now I guess he can see his dick. Sure.
Well, yeah, soaking his fucking cellmates. Oh, goddamn. The people of this fucking world disgust me. You know what? We're on time. Did we decide what that last one was? I can't. It doesn't really seem like it sucks to be her, but
It's got to be.
Because honestly, it's just too goddamn funny.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's just-
not. It's
Well, I mean,
not the
if
lottery.
it's unlucky lottery, it's like when you buy a ticket and win, and then like the next week you're reenacting that. This is how I won it. Oh
That-
God, I
well,
won
but
again.
that's it. Like her, to me, is like she was just like, well, her sister just won the fucking lottery, so she's gonna spin the fucking thing too.
Well, see,
like
that's-
she's gonna give her time.
That's where I would say the subsequent sister would be unlucky lottery, just because what are the odds that the same exact thing at the same exact place is
Well,
when
I mean,
you
if
go
she
and
doesn't-
stand in the exact
That's-
same place
Well,
next to
but
the
it doesn't
exact
say
same
that
That's
she
place.
was-
exactly what I was going to
It doesn't
say. She
say
went
that
to
she-
demonstrate how it happened. Fuck, this could potentially happen.
Yeah.
When you walk up here, so
Sure, but
don't be shocked when
This
it
is
happens.
this is
Shocked.
this is
unintentional.
oh, he's back to his role.
Oh,
and I said that one.
no,
Don't be
this
shocked.
is
yeah.
this is less buying a ticket for the lottery and more buying a one-way ticket.
Yeah. Like this is a ticket for a bus.
sure, but I would just say just everything. The circumstances leading up to both of them would be like,
The first lady, you could maybe
The
you
first
could be
lady
first
just
lady
shit happens.
unlucky. Second one is like no.
Yeah, the first one is 100% shit happens, but the second one, the sister that fucking ate it the exact same way with the exact same wire, so because she was wanting to show everybody how her sister died.
I just
like,
want-
nah, fuck her.
You won't.
You know what could happen when you go over there and do that. So yeah, it happened.
But I
my,
just
my
want-
brother stabbed himself through the gut and bled to death. What
It's
yes?
like, yeah, I'm gonna show you how he did it.
I just wonder what kind of fucking place has live electric wires, like in a place where you can grab them.
Third
Plenty
world
of places.
country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
third world country. That's,
Yeah,
that's,
but
very
That's
common.
actually
But
maybe
Obviously, you didn't grow up in the coal fields.
Well, it's,
That's
this
what
was
I was gonna
this
say.
happened in Bangkok too, so
Like this kind of shit
human
happens in
life
West
do-
Virginia.
human life doesn't mean that much over
Well,
there.
that's
so.
it. Like this shit happens in West Virginia too. It's just instead of a random Taiwanese woman, it's a fucking meth head trying to like
Steal
harvest
copper.
copper.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, shit like that's gonna happen. I don't think that's lottery. That sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Both of them,
Sure.
especially the second one, because fuck her. She knew what she was getting.
You
into.
won't. You won't.
She knew what would happen because she was regaling about the story of her poor sister, and I guess she is really into detail when she reenacts shit. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's called method acting.
yeah. Like, see that wire right there?
She grabbed his wire.
She fell down. She grabbed the wire. Oh, here we go again with more of that fucking Asian talk. Hello.
I love that.
That was good.
As I said it just off the cuff, and then you all fucking just copied it.
Well, the
without
best
paying
part
any
is
attention.
I don't think Corey realized as he was doing.
No,
it
I
that he
did.
had
I just
done
was
it.
like, I'm gonna fucking run with it. Like, yep, hello. All right, God damn it, this episode's done. We will see you all next week. Thanks for listening, if you indeed did.
Do we cut here?